Hello there, I'm John Hindhaugh from RadioLeMans.com. Alongside me, Allan McNish, and he's answering some of your questions from Simraceway users. And this comes from the wonderfully named Mr. Jolly. No idea other than that. He says, Boingo, Allan. Boingo, Allan?
Boingo.
Okay. He says, you're in a unique position and I hope you can answer this question. What is the key, or are the key differences between the absolute seat of the pants feel that you have in a racing car and then controlling the simulated car within Simraceway?
I think, John, to be honest with you, the simulator's a little bit harder because you don't necessarily have all of the feedback that you have in the real car. You don't have G-force. And that's one of the principal things that we do work with as a racing driver. But you do have everything else around and about you. You've got the noise, you've got the feedback through the steering, the weighting, you've got the visual, which is absolutely stunning. And you've got all of those effects as well. If you run a curb, for example, you know, the kick and the way the car reacts and the dynamics of it, they're all simulated perfectly. And so from that point of view, it's something that I would say we're 90% there with everything. And the last 10% we're working on, but at the moment you make those connections with everything else you've got round and about you.
So does that actually make the simulated car harder to drive, particularly near the ragged edge or at the ragged edge of adhesion and performance than it would the real car?
I think when you're at the ragged edge, when you are at the edge and you're at the point of the laws of
Going over
physics,
the edge.
yeah, the laws of physics work in the real world and they work in the sim.
Yes.
They're developed in the same philosophies.
Yeah.
And so from that point of view, when you are at the limit, you are at the limit.
Yeah.
And so you're hanging on. And you certainly know that when you get into a sim raceway race, that's for sure.
I still don't know what Boingo means, by the way, Mr. Jolly.